Hey, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel where I help content creators and content marketers build six-figure businesses. I post a lot of content about LinkedIn because it's one of the main tools that my students and I use to land clients. Keeping your profile active is really important in maximizing your reach and your exposure. But how do you do that? How do you create LinkedIn posts that people will actually want to read, like, comment on, and share? Give this video a thumbs up if that's something you're struggling with, and let's dive in. Tip number one, you need to hook the reader within the first 3 lines. By default, LinkedIn only shows you the first 3 lines of a post. Beyond that, you have to click to expand the post and see it in its entirety. This means you have to grab their attention within those first 3 lines if you want them to keep engaging with you. Do not use something super spammy or clickbaity. It won't work. You will lose their trust and they will just stop engaging with you. Also, don't do that really annoying thing that people have started doing where they post a word or a few words, something really outrageous and over the top, and then they don't say anything else for the rest of those 3 lines. I guess you could call that clickbait, but I'm seeing it more and more, and it's bad. It's just a bad idea. It doesn't work. It's just slimy. Rather, use something like an interesting statistic or share a personal detail, something that will kind of trigger an emotional response to get their attention. Be honest, be genuine, always. That's the first tip. Take those first 3 lines really seriously. Tip number 2 is write in short paragraphs. Writing in huge blocks of text, they are not easy on the eyes and they're not easy to read. Plus, a lot of people aren't even reading word for word, they're skimming. So you need to make it easier for them to skim your posts. And one very simple way to do that is to write in much shorter paragraphs. Many of my paragraphs, they're 1 sentence. They're really easy to digest and read quickly. Split your paragraphs up and break them down, and your connections are going to find them a little more fluid and easier to absorb. On a related note, another really simple way to break up your text is to add a list, is to write something as a list. This is something that I do a lot. Here's an example. You'll see that when you create a list, it creates a lot of empty space in the post, which again helps make it more skimmable. And for this reason also, people's eyes are very naturally drawn to them. They kind of stick out. So lists are great for skimmability. Tip number 3 is break up your text with emojis. Emojis are so cute. Have fun with them. Do it conservatively. You don't want a million emojis in your post because it's going to end up looking cheap and spammy. We don't want to do that. But a few carefully selected and intentionally placed emojis can really bring life to your content, give it some color, give it some personality, and it's an opportunity to get creative. Tip number 4, somewhere in your post you need to include a strong call to action, CTA. You don't want your connections to read your post and then just move on. You want them to continue engaging with you. That's why you always include a CTA. You ask them to continue engaging with you. Really simple CTAs, you can ask them to like your post. You can ask them to comment, invite them to join the conversation. These social signals, likes, comments, shares, they are really important to LinkedIn. The algorithm is looking for these interactions. I've got a whole video on the algorithm, so I'll drop that link below. But for right now, what you need to know in the context of what we're discussing, LinkedIn is looking to see if people are liking, commenting, sharing. When LinkedIn sees that, it goes, oh, okay, people really like this content. And as a result, it shows that content to more people. You will show up in more people's feeds. And it's a snowball effect. It builds momentum. I've had posts get a ton of engagement, but it doesn't happen right away. As LinkedIn sees that this post is gaining traction, it snowballs and shows it to more people who continue engaging with it. And that engagement further signals to LinkedIn that people like that content, so it shows it to even more people. And it just keeps going and going and going. You will have posts on LinkedIn that just never stop getting engagement. I will get notifications that I've got likes or comments on a post and I don't even remember posting it. And I'll look at it and I'll be like, where did this come from? It's because it was a post from like a week ago, but it's still getting engagement. Tip number 5, when applicable, choose 1 or 2 people to tag in your post. Listen up, listen, only do this if it makes sense. By tagging people, you're kind of calling them out personally and inviting them to join the conversation. You're asking them to take an active role in your post, which is really cool. Or as an alternative, you can tag a few people in a comment if you think that they might find that post interesting. Do not tag 50 people. Do not tag people who have nothing to do with what you're posting about. Don't spam. It's gonna backfire. If you do this intentionally, it can be a really powerful way to connect with people and also improve the performance of that post. Tip number 6, give more than you take. A lot of us use platforms like LinkedIn to promote ourselves and promote our work, and that's great. Why wouldn't we? But the problem is this: if that's all we do, we don't give our followers a reason to care about us. You need to be offering something of value to them. They need to somehow benefit from this online relationship. A lot of my LinkedIn posts, most of them actually, they focus on offering tips and tricks and advice for the people who follow me. It's stuff that I've learned and picked up over the years, and now I'm sharing that information with other people. I'm trying to help them. So they pay attention to my posts because they know they're going to learn something from me. They get something out of it. And then, yeah, I do sprinkle in posts here and there where I'm simply mentioning maybe one of my online programs, or I'm pointing out that I have a free guide that they can download. But those posts are in the minority. Here's the thing though, by giving more than I take, I actually get a lot more. I know it seems kind of counterintuitive, but I've seen this happen more and more over the last several months, few years. The less I talk about myself and the more I focus on helping other people, the more they come to me for help. So they're coming to me and asking me about my programs and my services and my coaching. Offer advice, offer help, position yourself as an expert, as an authority, and they will come to you. My students will often ask me, how often should I post? People think that they need to be posting a ton in order for this to work, and that understandably can be really overwhelming. So my answer is this: post as often as you can maintain. If you are confident that you can consistently post twice a week, post twice a week. If you're confident that you can post once a day, post once a day. You do not want to post 10 times 1 week, and then you miss a week, and then you do one post the third week. LinkedIn wants dedicated, consistent, loyal users who are going to stay active on the platform. So stick with a number that you can maintain. You can see really amazing results even if you're posting twice a week. It doesn't matter that you post 100 times a week if all of the posts are crap. Quality over quantity, always. Like I mentioned earlier, LinkedIn is a game changer for my students and I. We lean on it heavily for sourcing leads, connecting with leads, and converting them into clients, and it works like a charm. This is a huge part of my program, Revenue Spark, and it has been essential in helping me scale my business to 6 figures. I always leave my door open for feedback, and something a lot of people have asked for is different pricing options for Revenue Spark. So I've delivered. I have revamped Revenue Spark and I'm now offering it in 2 versions. So you have a couple of options depending on what kind of budget you're working with. And furthermore, I'm offering payment plans. My intention here is to make this program more available and more accessible so that I can help more people. If you want to learn more about Revenue Spark, just scroll below this video. I have included the link in the description. All right. And of course, if you have any questions, drop them in a comment. Thanks for being here. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and support my channel. And if you haven't yet, be sure to click on subscribe and hit the notification bell so that YouTube will always alert you when I upload new content. And I'll see you later.